So I'm going to switch it back over to that channel now. So we're in
Oh,
the
they
first.
actually started. They
Yeah,
actually
this.
started doing the banning phase now. Banned Harrower.
Yep, there's the. That's the initial one. Okay, so initial ban from Harawa. Okay, so this is Valor's ban, and it's a Chester. Kind of predictable. Not a Melody.
Not a melody, not this time. But yeah, looking at the statistics, normally, yeah, you should see a lot of Harrower and Chester bans. Sometimes Claudessa, but yeah, Harrower and Chester are really OP heroes at the moment. Really favorable picks.
If I recall correctly by the statistics, Harawa is now over two tournaments so far, 100% pick or ban,
Yes.
which is quite an impressive feat. Chester is pretty much, with the exception of last game, has been a ban every time as well.
Oh, you can tell that they picked off, Guts picked off Hill for DR, and Evil Noob picked off Claudessa and Lady Tinder. So two supports there on their side. So it's up to DR to pick two heroes.
I think they're trying to make sure that there's no heals on the team of DR. I think we've probably got some strong Claudessa players on the Evil Noobs team. It wouldn't shock me. Claudessa's kind of a big, quite popular pick, especially in this tank meta. Taking her away from a team is definitely a big source of engage and a big source of tankiness.
I would love to see a Zaku pick off somewhere.
I'd love to see it work.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, they picked Ace.
Yeah. Okay. See what else they're going to go with.
And a Vermilion.
Okay.
Not fully surprised there. I have a feeling who's gonna play Vermilion.
I'm expecting a Fetterstone on the side of Evil Noob's team. I'm not going to lie.
Featherstone or Flag. Definitely one of the two. I don't see Blazer a lot in the new patch. But let's see what they end up.
I mean, to be fair, Blazer has a lot of synergy with both Claudessa and Lady Tinder. As far as ensuring that they make their grabs and they land their CC, so it wouldn't go completely amiss with that comp. They're still hiding that ADC. I wonder if DR is tempted to take away Fairstone.
Wow, a Jinshi and Nikolai pick.
That's a lot of tanks. I wonder if we're going to see like a kind of a more power based Jinshi or Nikolai.
Then what would DR pick? I mean, would they pick Featherstone away from them?
That's what I mean. A tanky Featherstone can work. We've seen it happen. And if they take Featherstone away, it's really going to limit the ADC options for Evil Noob's team.
But then they would need like a Featherstone and a Bastion because the other team is really tanky with a lot of heals.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Bastion's pretty much maybe Bastion potentially bow, but we know that in the current meta, tank bow it isn't enough. There's a great lot of utility, but the power it just isn't there. So I think Bastion is kind of a guaranteed pickup here to an extent. Maybe a Shank. I don't know. Maybe a Shank. We haven't seen a Shank yet.
Could see some surprises there.
I mean, Tank, Shank, and Clank. That could work. Tank, Shank, Clank. But
they're taking the time. They're having issues with deciphering this pick and ban. Oh, it's actually a Moxie pick.
Okay. Wow. So what we're seeing here is pretty much a full tank versus almost full all-out damage. I mean, there's going to be some tankiness in Ace and Hale, but mainly Ace. But yeah,
I was personally expecting a Ray pick or something like that, not a Moxie. That's an odd pick in my opinion from DR, especially since their Moxie player me is captain at the moment.
Maybe they're doing this to honor you, assets. Who knows? I'm interested to see where this goes now with last picks, because I think this is really going to be the decider. Maybe I'd love to see one of the new heroes. I'd love to see Trace. I've not seen Trace competitively played at all. I mean, I know she's not the strongest in the current meta, but I think with that current comp on Evil Newbie, she could work.
And a Bastion.
Yeah, told you. It had to be a Bastion.
That was right on the money there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, with the options available, he really, as far as the team comp's concerned as well, he's really going to complete it. And
So they're leaving the Fetterstone to be picked by Evil Noob's team.
but do they want to go
They
Featherstone?
will either go Fetterstone or Flag. You do see Flag sometimes.
Rook's still available as well. And like I said, the Blazer wouldn't shock me. Malady. Oh wow,
Melody,
we have no
no
ADC.
ADC.
That's
That
surprising.
it's pretty brutal.
That is pretty brutal. I mean, yeah, I'm guessing they're going to throw Melody bot, I suppose,
They must have real
or
confidence in this
Jinshi.
new meta.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. But there you have it, guys. We've got on the side of DR, we've got Hale, Ace, Vermilion, Moxie, Bastion on the king competitive team of the world. Some descript, I can't remember their name, or as they've put their name here, we suck. Evil Noobs team, as they shall be known temporarily until I can read their name again. We've got Claudessa, Lady Tinder, Jinshi, Nikolai, and Malady. No ADC. That's gonna be interesting. So we'll switch back to the game screen now, and we'll take it from here. Um, I'm gonna just take my camera off though, 2 seconds, but because I'm gonna eat a sandwich while I talk. But yeah,
Yeah,
what?
so you can go to pay open browser and then join the channel. I think they're willing to start soon.
Yep, that's
Okay,
not a problem
so
at all.
who's playing for Evil Noob's team? It's called War Machine, Evil Noob, Shinnen no Kaja. Am I saying that correctly? Ultrix and Rob Robo.
Yes, I know Rob Robo actually. He's got quite a high MMR. I've seen him in streams and things, and he seems to be quite a competent player. It'd be interesting to see. I've not seen him play competitively.
Is it Rob Robo or is it Rob
I think
Robo?
we had this. I think we had this discussion while they're doing the test stream last night. Rob Robo, I think, is how it's done. Those three blocks at the end of his name are actually three Asian syllables, I believe, that I've seen him post before. So
I see.
normally,
And on the DR side, we have a small change. I see Uber one instead of what was that?
Pepper. I
No,
think
Pepper's
yeah.
playing. Pepper's
Oh no,
playing.
Pepper's still there. Yeah, Pepper's still there. Sorry, I take that back. Who've we
So
lost?
instead of Clap, App.
Ah yes.
So Uber is playing instead of Clap, and Chelsea, the Jean Fragile, he played an awesome Ray in the last game.
I'm very surprised he
Let's
didn't.
see what he's gonna play now.
I'll be honest, I'm very surprised he didn't just decide to pick it up again. And I'm also very surprised, I mean, it just shows the strength and how much you need to ban Chester and Harrow right now, that they left Ray open. You know, they left the possibility for that Ray to come back into play. And it was worth the risk to them in order to make sure that Chester and that Harrow got banned. I mean, to be fair, after the performance of Chester in the last game, it's kind of unsurprising, actually.
I'm hoping it works for them. I've never seen a team win without an AD carry pick, but we will see. It will be a first. It is a tanky meta, and everything's possible with so many supports. But it will definitely be hard for them, I think.
Yeah, okay, well, the game's loading up at the moment. Guys, in chat, who do we want to win? Who do you think is gonna win? What are you? Where would you put your bets? Let us know in chat. Let's see where we stand over the next minute. I think it's quite important to remember that when it comes to Strife, the meta doesn't lie with the heroes. The meta lies with the items. I think that's something
I
that.
I see two people saying that DR should win, and one is saying that we suck should win.
Okay, so $5 for DR. Stand is a thing. But yeah,
Thank you for the cheer,
Tar-
Queen of Holland.
Tarish loves you. You feel the love. Okay, so we're going to switch to game now. And kick things off. Okay, so hopefully that's it's loading up okay. we're seeing the baby plunder and the baby mystic coming out for DR.
Oh yeah, the baby Mystic looks so
so
funny.
toothy, so toothy. And we've got War Machine is breaking out. He's looking very aggressive. Okay, he's gone with Nikolai and a fully grown Blunder. So yeah, he's feeling manly today, and he's called War Machine as well. So yeah,
I'm not surprised to see a good Russian player play Nikolai.
yeah, yeah,
And Evil Noob, he usually plays the AD team. He's on Jin Shi with Pincer.
yeah. So I wonder if we're still going to see him play bot with Jinshi.
So, and they did a Melody pick off with the Bounder, Claudessa with Pincer, and a Tinder with Plunder.
I wonder if that's to open up boot choices for Malady a little bit more, so that she doesn't have to go Rocket to get the initiation. But then again, okay, straight into the action. Malady's taking mid. Evil Noob is mid, or is he? Actually, take that back. He may be transitioning to bot.
I'm seeing the following lanes happening. Dr. Pepper with Jean Fragile top with Bastion and Verm. Moxie and Ace are mid. And Eiffel, surprisingly on Hill, is going bot
Wow,
with
so
Pincer.
not only mixing up the heroes, but also mixing up the roles quite a bit. I wasn't aware that DR had such versatility. I have to see if it works in their favour. Yeah, I found out a long time ago Claudessa doesn't work bot, so I'm screwed.
You can see that every tournament will cease to amaze you. They try to push the limits and see what can happen, and they will practice before the tournaments and test it out in scrims and pubs. And for example, really wasn't expecting no AD carry pick on their team. I wasn't just expecting DR to put their ADC on Hill.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the starting items. I mean, we're seeing. I mean, Jinshi did go bot, so even if it's taking Jinshi bot, she's going to be the pseudo AD carry of their team. But I mean, she's got a lot of lockdown. It'd be interesting to see how she fares. Maybe it's just a choice to go versus. Maybe it was an anti-Vermilion pick, and that's why they've put Eiffel bottom. Maybe it's just Vermilion doesn't work very well against Jinshi, so maybe they've tried to counter the counter. Who knows? But there's a lot of early damage going down against Eiffel before he gets his items. Okay, so early starts, just mainly farming. Just got Guts on that
Eyeballs
ace.
already on the first spot. Where's
Yeah,
Guts?
yeah. I was just gonna say, looking at, whoa, yeah, looking at Guts. I mean, he played a great ace last game. It'd be interesting to see if he can get to the same situation that he got last game this time. Okay. That's not a lot of damage coming out from that Moxie early. I mean, Moxie started with just some health regen and a bit of mana regen. There's no power early. They've gone pure mana. In fact, pretty much.
You can,
Yep.
you
Sorry,
can
Ken.
tell DR is trying to down the neutral camps on top to get the additional farming happening. Guts is taking some punishment in the mid lane, and he's already pretty low.
Yeah,
So
he's
mid
gonna
lane
need
is-
he's gonna need to back up. I
yeah.
mean, he's regenning now, but he hasn't got any pots available to him. He needs to play it safe, I think, and just let that Moxie, just let Uber do the win. Do the thing. Okay, so we've seen some mana regen coming out from Jinshi. Yeah, you can see she is suffering with mana issues. This is the problem of going up against the Hail, where he can deal an awful lot of damage with just a couple of auto attacks versus your spells. But that's going to pretty much
Yeah.
that's going to help resolve a lot of mana issues early.
I was really expecting a Bandito or a Ray pick there instead of the Moxie one. That surprised me. I think this is the reason why they are struggling mid, because the Melody has such a stun.
Yeah, I mean
And
Ultrix.
if you cannot stun back, then, wow,
Yeah, I mean the problem with
you will
Ultrix.
have a hard time.
Yeah, the problem with Ultrix being so far back while trying to regen is Ultrix gonna miss out on a lot of gold there and a lot of. I mean, they're not last hitting great. I'm not gonna, but Malady is squishy and Ace is trying to get on her. That's the bounder down. There's no rocket boots on Malady yet. I wonder if she's going to go the rocket boots route actually. Because she's got the bounder, I wonder if she's still going to go for the rocket boots route. I imagine she is, and she's just going to make sure she can get those extra initiations with the bounder or escapes. If we take it to top, Robo's keeping the mana up. He's gone for the Archmage's build, so we're seeing another utility-based thing. That's a good grab, but there's not a lot of damage coming out of them this time, at this point in time. And Claudessa's pretty low, so it's going to be hard for them to kind of initiate back. Got a very push lane here.
If you take a look at the GPM graphs, you see that Eiffel is actually in the lead on bot.
Yeah.
And Evil Noob is struggling.
I think Evil's been putting down a lot of harass early, but now he's not farming that great. And I think the early sustain that Eiffel's gone for, if we look at the items, he's gone with that early Vitality Shard, and then obviously he's gone for the Throwing Axe to make sure he gets those last hits. He's going a very farm-heavy route. He wants to stay in lane, he wants to get the last hits, he wants to get the gold. Just needs to be careful. Even Noob is 6. Yes, he's got 6 as well, but he's got very little mana, and there is a lot more mana regen on Evil Noob.
Enemy missing bottom.
It's interesting to see a player that plays Ray so well, then switch to an ADC. It's quite a, like I say, it's a very versatile choice from that Jean Fragile, as you so eloquently put.
Jean Fragile, yeah.
Jean Fragile.
It's not Jean Versatile, but you would think it.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing. I mean, Bastion's doing well in the odd GPM. I mean, there's a lot in favour here for DR, but to be fair, it's a pretty even matchup at this point in time. I mean, taking a look at the gold graph, yeah, it's in favour of DR, but only by 780 gold. Well, about 1,000 gold now. And that's it. 900 gold total, and that's not a big difference.
No trading, no kills picked
exactly.
off yet so far.
Oh, the missed ult there from War Machine.
Possible.
Ace is going in, and that's too much damage for Moxie. Guts is now in trouble.
Down. Yeah. Can he leap out? Oh, he can. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He doesn't need to. He's got safe, but he needs to play safe here. Malady doesn't have the rocket boots completed yet. She needs to be careful. She hasn't got any mana, and she is quite low. Yeah, I was gonna say she needs to back off. A little bit of damage there on the turret.
You can see how important the extensive farming and last hitting is. It used to be more about the kills, and now it's really more about farming in the beginning and then getting off the kills.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I think. Whoa, that is a lot of damage, and that would have been a kill if Eiffel had stayed in position, but luckily he ran away. Eiffel needs to be careful here, because Evil Noob might risk this. It might be worth it. The stun, he could go through the minions, needs to be careful. Yeah.
So top turret is damaged already halfway down.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pushing hard. I mean, Pepper, he played a great game last game, and he's doing well now as well. The Bastion, with the Plunder and the Shield for the minions, is always going to be a hard pushing lane. You know, like I said, it's always also why you're seeing a lot of Tinders with Plunder as well. It's just because the amount of push you can get, especially if you can get out to a turret, pop the Plunder, pop down your plant, and you're going to get a guaranteed turret almost. That's a missed bind there. We're going to head to mid now. Ace is going in on Malady. It's a lot of damage. Malady put Malady's gate up.
Wow, that's a nice poke from Moxie.
Yeah, I wondered if he was. I wondered if he was going to try and put the ult down then as well, but I don't think he's got it right now. Maybe he has.
Let's check that Moxie build. He starts off with dampening cloak and rocket boots.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably explains why he doesn't do that much damage at the moment.
No, but he's going for that early resistance again. I think it shows that need for farm early. The idea of staying in lane and regenning. Ooh. That's some damage going down top. Yeah, some also attack harass, but really nothing to worry about there for Bastion. Pepper's doing well. I mean, he's gone for the early cloak as well. So he's getting pretty tanky. I mean, he's even got the power shard, so he's kind of starting to get there. Oh,
Missing top.
can Nikolai get it? Can Nikolai get it? The missed gate? Nope.
He escaped.
He did just escape, but so did Ultrix. That's they both got out the slightest slither.
You can see a comeback on bot from Evil Noob. He's already almost the same GPM as Eiffel.
Yeah.
And he's taking down the turret slowly.
I mean, Evil Noob's managed to complete his Golden Protector, and he's got 2 more mana regen shards in there. So he's looking to. He was having some mana issues early. He's now at the situation where he can use those abilities a lot more regularly. He can get a lot more farm. He can harass a little bit more, and it's going to stop Eiffel getting that easy farm he was getting early on. You know, and he's not dealing too much damage now that Golden Protector's completed. You can see the mitigation doing its work there.
That was the turnaround for Jinshi to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
When Jinshi got that Golden Protector, yeah, he was pushing Eiffel back, and now it's Eiffel is struggling to get the lane push in his favor again.
I tell you what, that Fire Breath from Bastion was doing a hell of a lot of damage. That's a great ult.
Oh, they're almost down.
Oh,
What? Can he?
yes,
Oh,
he got
wow.
it. He got it. He got it with the
Jean
passive pop.
Really pushed it to the limit there.
He did. What's kind of shocking is that Claudessa used her heal on herself there. You saw Claudessa, both of them low. It's just to clear the wave, I think, but she's taking a lot of damage in the process. If they were in higher health, that'd be an easy gank, but...
Wow, mid.
Yep, we got some mid
Nikolai
damage.
grabbed the Moxie.
Okay. Nikolai's
They're
still...
just trading off hits.
Yeah, trading hits, trading ults, nothing really going, just going back and forth, and then it's going to go back to that farm lane again. I mean, Zangetsu's holding this lane pretty well, but we've only got a quarter health turret here.
Enemy missing
I mean,
top.
Robo's coming back. He's got his plunder. I don't know if that's active at the moment. It looks to be. That's a good grab, but again, it's on that Bastion. And they really need to get to that Jean. They need to get to that Vermilion. And if you look at the way they're playing, look at the position of Vermilion the entire time. You've got Bastion in front regardless. And if you try to get past him, that's an instant stun. Okay.
Oh yeah. Jean is really playing an awesome game.
Yeah.
And he always, the last game he played was a really good duel.
Yeah, he did. He did great as Ray, and it's like I said, it shows a good level of mastery of the heroes by going from an ADC, going from Ray to an ADC, and his positioning.
Oh, the damage from Tinder! Look at that. Half his HP is gone. In a single hit.
Yeah, Tinder. I mean, looking at the Tinder's build, there's not really much power here, you know, and it just shows how squishy they are at this point.
It's full mana.
Yeah.
So you can just spam your...
Yeah, and that's it. Mid War Machines, yeah, that he had a shield up, so he didn't take any damage, but that shield went very, very quickly there from Ace.
The melody went down. Wow. We
didn't
missed the melody go down.
Okay, yeah, well, we did miss that.
I apologize, guys. We missed that one.
Okay, it wasn't even an ult usage by the looks of it, because the ults are just about to come up now for Moxie and Ace, so both ults are up for both of them. So it was obviously just a clear-cut trade. Looking top.
Wow, the Verm goes down top.
Yep, he was chasing, Jean was chasing, oh, are they going to get Dr. Pepper as well?
No.
A dragon there, just one dragon would have done it. It obviously was on cooldown, wasn't able to get it. But this should be a lot of damage on the turret. Have we got plant there from Robbo? Or plunder? We've got plunder.
Used it earlier.
Yeah, we've got plunder now though, and that's a hell of a lot of damage. I mean, Dr. Pepper's going to trade back using his thing, but look at the amount of damage going on that turret. Even if they don't get the turret, there's another wave coming in now. Guts is coming in.
He has to gank it. He has to gank it. Elsa Tower.
Yeah, he doesn't want really anything to do with it. He just wants to stop them pushing, I think, at this point. And he succeeded in that fact.
Mid is in trouble now too because of it.
Yeah, they're playing smart. You know, they're punishing the roam. They're pushing the lane hard. They're going to get a hell of a lot of damage on this now, thanks to that Ace thing, especially with that Nikolai. In fact, this could be a turret. This is going to be the first turret, I believe. Yep, there we go.
No, bot was already gone.
Oh, I apologise. Second turret.
It's the second turret for them. They're really pushing the lanes.
Yeah, observation skills failing me here. But Evil Noob is doing great. I mean, look at the lack of damage there from Eiffel. That was an earthquake, and there's barely a touch on Evil Noob, and that's worrying. That's worrying for a Hail. You know, I think he lost his opportunity really early game to punish Jinshi's lack of mana regen, and allowed Evil Noob to get that protector, to get that mana regen. And this could be a quick push on, I think, or it's transition to Baldir probably. I don't think they want to probably. I don't think it's going to go for more damage. Okay.
Can you take a look at your GPM, Mal?
Yeah.
I've been getting questions.
Okay, cool. What questions?
People
have we
really
got?
interested in the GPM at the moment.
Okay, so if we look at the GPM, it is definitely in favour of Evil News side. So if we take a look at them, so the competitive kins, we've got definitely a much higher spike on them. We've got a few. The middle lane's not doing great for DR in comparison, but they're holding their own in most lanes. If we take a look, they are holding their own. I mean, the Hale's pulled it back as far as GPM is concerned. It's now just ahead of the Jinshi, which is great. So farming wise, he's at least getting there. And we take a look at the gold
top
graph.
lane's in trouble. Top lane's really in trouble. Wow, Pepper goes down.
I missed it again because of the graphs. Do apologise, guys. There's too much going on. Too many questions.
They planted, the turret is down.
Okay, can they get it? Dragon? Oof. Managed
Nice
to dodge.
positioning there
Yeah.
from Fragile.
That's another turret. They are pushing hard. This comp is doing work for, you know, we're getting, the plunders are being used well, the plants are being used well, and the transition, the rotations. I mean, this is straight to Baldir. Malady is going to have to try and hold mid solo. I mean, they must realise they're doing Baldir right now, but they're not doing anything with it. Bot, Jinshi's pushing hard on the turret as well, so they need to make a decision. DR need to make a decision what they're doing here. They know that Baldir's happening, but only 2 people have gone. They're going to try and delay it, but that's not a good move on their part. Ace is going to go in, he's going to do a hell of a lot of damage, but now he's left solo. Malady, that's a good block off there from Malady. Nice wall. She's staying in the background, she's doing damage.
You
Guts,
see, really
Guts has got caught.
damage.
No one's gone after Guts, okay? Malady is going to try for it. And Guts is going to get away. But just...
The lack of damage though on those tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, thing is...
Insane.
Yeah, they're really mitigating so much damage at this point in time. I mean, Pepper, he's taking a beating, but he's probably going to... Yeah, he's going to go down there. They even popped the Wind Rush there just at the end to try and catch him if he dashed away. But the Malady Gate stopped him. That's straight back to Baldir. That's going to be an easy Baldir for those guys. Great team fight. I'm not entirely sure what DR were doing there. They kind of seemed to be very indecisive about where they wanted to go with that fight. You know, they had 2 people instigate without the rest of the team. They then had Ace jump in while the rest of the team ran. It was a little bit messy.
Look at that Tinder build. What the Tinder is building.
Yeah.
He's building the Archmage ring, but with full mana, like flat mana.
Yeah, that's so they can transition into. I think you'll see a diadem come from Rob Robbo. I've used this build similar actually myself in the past, a long time ago actually. I didn't realise it was still viable in this current meta, but basically, yeah, going a full mana build so you can just go really spam happy with your abilities, constant shields, constant heals, no worry about mana at all. You know, the most frustrating thing in the world is getting into a team fight and seeing someone on low health and you're not having the mana to heal someone. With the amount of mana they've got as well, and that spirit ward, those shields are going to be immense in team fights. 52% of mana, so that's...
You already saw it at Baldir. They're already really tanky, so
Yeah.
hard to poke down, and with the heals and the mana, and wow.
Yeah,
Well,
they've really
DR's
thought this
really
build through.
struggling. They need to get an answer of this quick, because else they will fall behind even further.
Definitely. The Shadow Veil Malady has been popped. She's going to try and flank them from the side. She's going to go for Fragile. She got him, but the ult was popped. Okay. Pepper's doing some good stuff here. He's keeping the rest of the team off them. He's staying alive. But he can only do that for so long. Evil Noob's in the middle of the team though. He's got the heals to back him up. Everyone's low. Everyone's really
down.
low. Tinder's down. The plant's there, but nope. Straight through Ultrix. Eiffel's got it. Yep. And Moxie's got a double kill as well. They're clearing house. Okay, Zangetsu's away. Evil Noob's still alive. He's still got some health here. Can they defend this though? That is the question. There's not really anywhere else for DR to transition to right now. Maybe top.
You can see the hill and the Verm made the big difference there.
Yeah, definitely. I
And
mean, sorry,
that's
carry on.
what AD carries do.
Yeah, yeah. I think the mixture of damage at this point. I mean, obviously, like I say, I know that there's slightly different builds as far as things, but we've not really got too much damage on the side of.
Looking at the GPM,
yeah.
you can still see that DR is still lacking behind of Evil Noob's team.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, you can see DR, hitting up the neutral camps and trying to get that little bit more back, kind of claw that little bit of extra GPM back and take it away from Evil Noob's team. But
Enemy missing top.
These Russian players are not to be trifled with. He's making a statement.
yeah, he's doing well. Yeah, they're all doing well. That 3000 MMR doesn't come from nowhere, and
Yeah,
that is a pick on Pepper.
Wow, yeah. Can he get out? Can he get out?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Fragile's going to slow him.
Is it
Jinchi,
the stun?
has she got the stun? Yeah, and
There's a stun.
there's
And
the
he's
heal.
down. Yeah,
Nice
my
from
shield
Rob
downs
Robbo.
too. Wow.
And that's a
what
spirit ward on all of them for the quick heal and the quick shield. Brilliant. Okay, and that's the mana ring. So look at that sustain. So from there, and the plant goes down, the plunder's up, and that is going to be a great easy turret.
They traded Nikolai for that.
Which is,
By the looks of it.
yeah, well, in my opinion, that's completely worth. One player kill versus an objective for global
And-
gold. That's
2 kills.
okay, 2 kills. But that's maybe a little bit less worth, but still. Boldir is up. I want to know if DR are going to try and steal this away, or if they're in a really bad position at the moment. Evil Noob is flanking, and the rest of the team are about to arrive. One stun, and yeah, we could see a wind rush get popped in a second.
I still don't understand Moxie ace lane.
Yeah,
Well, they could have picked Ray.
yeah, it's a strange choice. And I'll be honest, so far the Moxie doesn't seem to have done too much. That's a good earthquake, but
It doesn't do
just
any damage.
exactly.
though.
They're too tanky at this point in time.
And the Spirit Ward doesn't. Wow.
That's. I mean, that's enough to just get them the hell away. I mean, you've got 3 people here on half health or below. Melody's got that. Ace is jumping in, but he's very low. Guts needs to watch it. There's a lot of heals as well on their part. This is what I said to you earlier. They've stolen all the healing away. There's very little healing to be had without items for DR here. So as far as teamfights are concerned, they've gone for very tanky heroes. So that means that teamfights are going to last longer. They're going to be longer teamfights. So the team with the sustain in that teamfight is going to be the team that comes out on top. And between the Spirit Ward shields and the heals, it's going to be it's going to be Evil Noob's team. It's going to be competitive Kins. So they've kind of really thought about the way they're going to go with this.
So who they're facing Pokey's handpicked correctly? If the winner of this match
Yep.
is facing Pokey's handpicked team.
Yep. So it'll be. I mean, I've not had a chance to watch Pokey's handpicked team. I know he's a great player. I played against him, unfortunately, in a game where I was trolled horribly by a teammate. But Melly's going to miss the initiation. Peppers lock her down. That's a lot of damage, but that's going to
Wow.
be too much.
That was a mistake from
Yeah.
Leon there.
Ultrix doing the damage there. You've got to remember with Malady, if she's got health and she's got mana, you need to worry. Doesn't matter how much health and mana. There's the diadem there from Rob Robbo. I kind of called this one earlier. Yeah, definitely kind of a build that I used to use myself. It hasn't loaded up on my screen yet, but so it's been purchased, but it hasn't been sent their way
It's
yet.
just full flat mana, and then it comes
Yep.
with diadem with blood. The
Yep.
10% of max mana is added to health.
Exactly. And then from that, that's going to produce a hell ton of power. So 61 power just from that mana item. And bear in mind, all that extra mana that's going in there, all those shards, that's just going to make that shield even bigger. Okay, so you're looking at a pretty scary shield. That's 52% of their mana. 52% of Lady Tinder's mana. That's about an 800 HP shield. The entire team. It's pretty crazy.
Well, they're all 5 pushing mid. Jean is trying to farm top and just getting
So
his
it's
GPM
plungers
up.
down, focusing the turret. That's a good ult. That's a good series of ults. The turret's still staying alive, but War Machine's back on it. Pepper's going to go down. Ace is the next focus target. There's the knock up. Melody's got her. Jinshi's got the lockdown as well. Lots of CC from these guys. Yeah, that was all competitive kings on that one.
They planted it. They're taking down the gen.
Yep, that's it. I mean, Vermilion's top. Vermilion's, Jean's trying to get something for this. He knows that he can't defend that turret right now, that generator right now. He's trying to get a quick turret just so that some gold falls back in their laps and they can maybe do something with this. But he's not even going to push it. He's that scared.
Yeah, he's scared. Yeah, definitely.
And
but if you take a look at the gold graph, you can see the
Look at
early the DR hat is really getting wrecked mid-game.
I mean, yeah, it's dropped, it's plummeted. But they were waiting for this Boldier. You know, they timed that perfectly. They pulled it back. They sent a couple of people top to clear top. And this is Darkwave. This could be a worrying situation for DR right now. I think one really good team fight, another ace where most of the competitive kings are alive again, with both with the Darkwave pushing. That could be at least one more generator, if not game.
Here, you can see Evil Noob and Claudessa with the teleport boots, just split pushing as fast as they can.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't decide to put the warp boots on Lady Tinder, to be fair. But I suppose she's going to be needed with. She wanted to go with the mana regen, make sure she always had mana. Zangetsu's in trouble here. Dr. Pepper, one more charge in. Nope, she got behind the minions.
You can tell that Evil Noob's team had a plan.
Okay, Eiffel, careful. And he's going to dash out the way. He's managed to stay alive so far.
And by the looks, their plan is succeeding.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very well executed plan, I think, from thing. And I think it was won at the pick screen. I think they took so many tanks away from DR that they left them really only with Bastion. And like I said, Bastion was kind of an obvious choice at this point. Admittedly, you can't... Okay, that's an interesting pause. We'll have to find out what's going on.
I think Guts got disconnected.
Okay,
he just
cool.
Stopped. He froze in mid. Yeah.
Yep.
Guts
Okay.
crashed.
There we go. So Guts has crashed. So this gives us an opportunity to talk about exactly what we've seen so far. I mean, like I said, I think the really tanky comp. But if we look at the builds, I mean, we've got a very varied build from Jinshi. I mean, there's a lot of power on her still. She's kind of semi-tanky, but all the tank items are pure power. There's one health item in there, but the rest is mana regen and pretty much just power.
You see the early golden there with the virility regen and mana regen, and then the glacial gem with another mana regen in it.
Yeah.
And then the full power tank items with the teleporter boots.
You talk like a Black Knight from Monty